What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, Vikings. Season 5, Episode 9. This one's called A Simple Story. And in the previous episode, we got another dope-ass battle.
Yes, we did.
Were you surprised? Because when Ivar was kind of like, yeah, I take back the vow to kill Lagertha, like, you were immediately all over him, like, you're lying. No,
yes,
you're lying.
He's a fucking liar. Lying all day.
Are you surprised that they were willing to, like, believe him, that he was actually being honest there?
Yes, I was surprised. I'm like, in what world does he ever? No.
Yeah, that was very...
No.
It felt very out of character. Like, I get it. They don't want to have a civil war. They don't want to slaughter each other.
Absolutely, I understand.
But it's Ivar.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's even King Finehair. Like,
fucking liar, man.
Finehair is even on record saying that he wants to take over Kattegat because he wants to be the king of everything. It's like, with those two sitting on the opposite side of you, it's almost impossible to not have a war based off of their actions and based off of what they've said in the past. It's so crazy. But that battle was pretty insane. And, you know, Bishop Hedman got sliced up. And then Lagertha, like Uba was just like, ah! He was like ready to slice that dude's head off. And Lagertha's like, no, stop, save him.
No, slow down.
Why? She doesn't know why. Maybe the gods know why. Maybe it's because he's important. And, you know, he's meant to go on. But...
Or does she think he's real cute?
There was a moment, apparently, I think I missed it, like, initially, where Hedman was kind of, like, mesmerized, like, kind of, like, frozen in battle, watching her, apparently. Yeah. So, like, I think either he was, like, impressed by her fighting skills, because she's a dope-ass fighter.
She's a shield maiden.
Or it's because he's attracted to her, and, you know, I mean, from the moment we met him...
He wanted to stab her.
Yeah. He's a hound, you know? That was our first impression of him, basically. So, yeah, it's pretty interesting, and maybe she's intrigued. But the whole time, we had this whole scenario playing out where Ivar wanted to set up a plan, and Bjorn and everybody throwing their minds together were trying to figure out ways that they could approach this battle against Ivar, and felt like they were overthinking it. It felt like they were, like, putting way too much thought into it and kind of just overthinking things. It felt like everything worked. But walking out of that episode, it almost felt like a scenario where Ragnar, when Ragnar kind of let Floki take over and that battle failed and it felt like something to, like, prove a point.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if this was a scenario where Ivar, like, maybe this is all still part of his plan.
Probably.
Because they've done a really good job setting up this expectation that he's really smart, he's good with battle strategy, he's always kind of a few steps ahead of his opposition. It wouldn't surprise me if his plan is still going.
Right. That would make more sense, because I don't feel like he makes that many mistakes. Right,
but on the flip side of that, they did have an X factor that he was completely unaware of. Mm-hmm. You know, Lagertha called, I'm sorry if I get this wrong, but the Salmi folks, and, you know, their battle ability within the forest, that's not something that they were anticipating, or could have possibly anticipated, because they had no idea that they were going to be part of this battle.
No.
So maybe it was a scenario where they presented such a surprise that Ivar had nothing to counter that, and they actually did lose the battle.
That'd be cool.
That's very possible, because they just popped up with their, like they were, like, wearing masks and stuff, and they were, like, hiding in the brush, and with their friggin' blow darts. That shit was dope.
I love that.
And then they're, like, ball bags on a string thing.
What is it? Ball tee, ball bag?
Lots of balls.
Balls on ropes.
Yeah, so that... I'm kind of torn on which one it is. I feel like Ivar didn't make a mistake and his plan is ongoing currently. And that conversation with Hedman is kind of like he might be the plant.
Yeah.
You know, we kind of talked about. But at the same time, the X factor with the Salmi people might actually have given them an advantage and won on Bjorn's side. So very curious to see this continue and see if Ivar actually really did lose the battle. Very possible. It's just they've presented us with the idea that he wouldn't make a mistake like that.
I wasn't sure if I should take his worried face seriously.
Yeah.
When he was talking to Astrid, like, oh, no, it's too late. Too late, we can't go back and help them.
Right, so...
Or was that part of his plan just to get rid of Fine Hair?
Exactly. I feel like they've done a good job of presenting him as such a smart battle strategist that they might want to kind of try to swerve us in this scenario. Like, I kind of feel that coming because he has done such a great job. And, you know, but again, Bjorn and Lagertha kind of presented something that he wasn't going to be able to anticipate. So, kind of curious to see kind of the resolution of that battle and see where that goes. And Floki is having a hell of a time. You know, he's over in this new land trying to sell this land to the people that he brought over there. And like 95% of the folks are on board. And it seems like there's just a couple who are just way too outspoken. They want like instant gratification. They want to build houses and stuff for themselves over a temple for the gods. And it feels like...
I feel like they're there for the wrong reason.
Yeah, the dude's talking like he was like a friggin' axe was held to his throat. He's like, you're coming with me. He's like, no, that's not how this works.
You chose to come here.
So I feel like, and I think we mentioned this in the last video, that Floki obviously doesn't want any kind of violent resolution to any of their problems.
Correct.
But I don't see any other way that this ends with him. He's not just going to, like, he already said that he can't leave. So it's like he's stuck.
Okay, well then just go find your own stuff.
Yeah, I don't know.
Just go on a different part of, you know.
I think Edge needs to spear him and just take him out and just kill that guy.
Well, I mean, just as long as it's not Floki, right?
I mean, it feels like a real problem. Like, he's causing issues within a group of people that were willingly, like, were they given false information too late for them? Like, maybe that's possible. Like, one guy said that. But at the same time, they're there voluntarily. And Floki was honest that it's going to be hard. So, like, I don't know how this ends, like, peacefully. Like, I don't see that guy just randomly just sitting there and be like, you're right, Floki. I'm going to change my attitude. Let's do this.
Well, like, I feel like... maybe he could have given them more realistic expectations, but... you need to have your own realistic expectations.
Floki probably doesn't have the clearest of minds currently.
That's true.
Whatever he presented, he probably was like, yeah, this is real. Like, he keeps talking to the gods saying, like, present yourselves. Like, give them a sign. Show them that they're here for a reason. It's like, Floki, you could have been tripping seeing all that stuff. So... I don't know how that plays out. Like, he's got a good group. A lot of people are willing. You just got a couple bad apples in there, and, you know, not so sure you could get them on the same page as you without a little bit of axing or spearing or violence, so...
I mean, look at us. I'm the bad apple.
No.
I'm the twisted apple.
You're the best part of all of this.
All right, stop.
Do you have any other thoughts on this before we jump into this episode?
Yes, you might hear purring or see a little friend. I moved her cat tree. She's right next to us. And there might be a little fluff ball named Penny that pops into
She's
the
watching
shot.
with us tonight, so.
And, we're putting her to sleep, apparently.
Oh, good.
So.
Anything else?
Nope, that's
all right, let's go.
I hate that so much. That's so sad. Ah, come on. Shit. I just got the chills. This is awful.
So many people died in that battle.
It seems like so many people die in every single one of their battles. How do they have anybody left? Oh, looks like, where's Daddy? Where's Mommy? Those little baby faces. Oh, fuck! Shit! God!
You saved my life. Thank you.
But if I had not spared your life, you would now be in heaven. I believe you are a Christian priest. Isn't that where you would prefer to be?
I am a priest, but I am also a man. I love God, but I also love life. Its joy, its pain. Our Lord loved all human beings. His love was agape, not eros. A great embracing love.
And do you have that same embracing love, priest?
I'm not our Lord. Agape is too hard for me. I love women, not just spiritually.
We have no problems loving the spirit and the flesh. Our gods encourage it.
And you have no guilt.
No.
I envy you. I have spent many years of my life living sinfully. Why didn't you kill me?
I don't know. Perhaps we'll find out.
Okay.
Good
You
talk.
were too clever for your own good, Ivor. We had the advantage, and we lost.
You approved the plan.
I believed in you.
Ivor, Uncle Rollo once told me, on his ship on our way back from the Mediterranean, he said that if I ever needed his support, all I had to do was ask.
The fuck is Rollo at? We haven't seen him in a while.
He's right there.
What do you think? You want the French to help us?
I think you ought to leave at first light tomorrow.
Uh-oh. With that music and...
I didn't think we were going to hear his name again. Where the fuck did that come from?
Right. They've been busy.
Jeez. That's awesome.
Come and help us. Torre's heavy.
It's your business, and we won't be paying any taxes for it either.
The way you talk, you don't sound like a bull. You sound like a dog.
Uh-oh.
Bull the dog.
Uh-oh.
Say that again.
Here we go.
Bull the dog.
Let him go.
Stop! Put your weapons down.
Come away, bull. Go ahead and just less.
Jeez.
This is not good.
No, I feel like more shit's gonna happen. Especially at night.
I mean, they're starting to clearly have their clicks.
You are sure they were Frankish soldiers?
Yes, I'm sure. And there are lots of them. Many ships. Too many to count.
Wow. Rollo came through, huh?
That was fast. That's a pretty huge time jump.
They are in a position of strength now.
Wow, look at that.
Where is Rollo? Rollo couldn't come.
Ah, I want to see what Rollo's up to.
Having babies.
He only asked for one thing. And what was that? That we spare Bjorn's life.
Only Bjorn, huh?
I know, I was gonna say, like, what about Lagertha? You know he had the hots for her.
I mean, I'm sure that's long gone at this point.
Perhaps we will.
This temple is dedicated to Old Man Thor,
Oh, shit.
It's sacrifice time.
God of the thunder. Hear our prayer and bless our temple and receive our sacrifice in your name.
Oh, Neekee.
You should know me by now.
Return the bowl. This is sacred. Thor is here.
Give me the blood.
Oh, boy.
Uh-oh.
Can't Floki just kill that dude and offer him up as the sacrifice?
Right?
This is not going according to plan.
I feel like Floki should have just stayed there by himself. Everybody else is ruining it.
What did you want to talk to me about?
Everything. The gods, life and death. My soul, the hanged man, despair, hope,
Damn.
eternal life.
It's got a fucking long list.
That's a big conversation.
Why with me?
I think you may know some of the answers.
What gave you that idea?
Do you believe in fate?
Of course.
Then fate has brought us together.
Don't flatter yourself.
Very Ragnar playing with the fire like that.
I'm interested in you. Fascinated. I know we're gonna fight again.
You don't have to fight for us.
Of course I do. It's why you saved my life. You hoped that I would take up my sword and fight for you against Thapa.
Oh, you?
I will fight for you, Lagertha. I will die for you.
Wow.
That's really like her?
That's a major commitment right there.
Even though you don't know me.
Oh, I know you. I've known you my whole life.
What? He, like, is in love with her?
You really want to sin again?
Oh, shit. Oh, damn!
Okay.
I was too young. I wish it was you who carried my child.
Oh my god.
I mean, it's your bro's ex-girl. No big deal.
Uh-oh. What, can she send?
Margaret!
What the hell?
What is wrong? We were calling you.
Is she getting visions and shit?
Whoa.
How stupid you are.
Oh my god, no, please don't.
What do you think your mother is doing now?
Perhaps she's getting ready to fight.
Or maybe she's dead.
You bitch!
She's already died in battle.
She's not dead.
My advice to you is to forget about your mother. Don't imagine she's ever coming back.
You're a horrible person. This bitch needs to die. This bitch needs to die. Are you fucking kidding me, you horrible person?
Rolo sees justice in our cause. I must avenge my mother's murder.
For the sake of our father's legacy and everything he believed in, do not put our people's lives at risk.
The fact is, you're afraid.
I'm not afraid. This changes nothing.
What is this? You know as well as I do that this is not our way.
It's worth a try.
Oh my god, this guy.
After the depredations brought to this island by the great heathen army, we might well have thought that the storm had passed. That great heathen army has proved to be just the precursor of more attacks. Like so many mad wolves, like stinging hornets swarming from north to south, east to west. They are now a threat to every English kingdom. Once, they would sting us and quickly leave again, but now they stay. Our land and our faith are together in the greatest peril.
Aethelwulf plays King well.
He does.
He plays the part.
Dealing with this threat. We must be strong. And in that undertaking, I know that our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ will be with us. And if he is with us, then we shall not fail.
Is Alfred going to speak up? Has he spoken to his father yet? Or his father?
He got stung, huh? Is he allergic?
Better hope he's not allergic.
Whoa. Oh.
What the fuck, dude?
In the blood of Christ, love one another. Do what is best for Wessex.
Not like this.
Nothing more, my son.
Oh my god.
They didn't have no EpiPens then, man.
Oh god.
My son.
Father.
I never knew my own mother. She died when I was born.
Holy shit, dude.
But you boys, you have a care for your mother. You listen to her. She's wiser than both of you.
That must be a horrible way to die.
Oh my god.
Don't weep for me. The angels are already here. Can't you see them? Can't you see them?
Holy fuck. Like that, dude? A fucking bee sting? Aethelwulf went out with a fucking bee sting? Oh my god, dude. That's fucking crazy.
That's Not expecting that. I just bit my tongue.
We have to fight.
The fuck?
In the end, we are all fighting for my father's legacy. And we've all come to understand how a young farmer from Norway risked his life to explore the world so that our people could farm. That was his life's purpose. I want us to achieve that. If Ivar wins, Ragnar's dreams are lost.
Ragnar Lothbrok.
Let us prepare.
They must select a new king.
This is shocking.
They will offer you the throne. Not only are you Aethelwulf's eldest son, but they know how he's been training you.
I will accept.
No. You will refuse the crown.
What?
These times demand a different kind of ruler.
Oh,
Your
she's
grandfather
in it.
made that very plain.
What could Egbert know of these times?
Everything.
No, you only invoke his name because you were his mistress.
Whoa, bitch.
Goes against all Christian conscience.
Whatever the circumstances of his birth, Egbert saw in Alfred the future ruler of the country he was creating. That is why he sent Alfred to Rome, not you. The Pope blessed him and crowned him because he knew.
He didn't know. He could just as well have been me.
But it wasn't you.
Ooh, shit.
It's one way to turn brothers against each other.
Egbert saw in Alfred gifts you didn't have. Abilities you didn't have.
Oh boy.
He educated him in ways of statecraft. He equipped him to be the future king.
King Alfred? Feels like she learned a thing or two from Egbert.
Just a little.
This is pretty intense.
She learned to play the game.
Yeah.
As we know, King Aethelwulf is dead.
Because of a fucking bee sting, holy shit!
We must choose a new king, and I have no hesitation in nominating the king's eldest son, Prince Aethelwulf.
Thank you, my Lord Cuthbert. I must decline the honor. I am not fit to be your king. You must choose someone else.
I think we must offer it to Prince Alfred.
Uh-oh.
I do nominate my brother Alfred to be king. I.
That crazy look in her eye. In her eye! Eye!
Dude, this is crazy. I mean, it feels like he has the right mind for this. He just needs to be confident in doing the stuff that he's already told his mom.
Yeah.
There is a fire! A fire! Come quickly! A fire at the temple, all of you quickly!
Uh-oh.
The temple is on fire! Door is burning!
Do you think Floki said that? That's just the feeling that I have right now, is that Floki said it. Because he's like, you guys don't deserve this. Okay, not with that look on his face though. Now it doesn't look like he did it.
There's a lot happening right now.
I've come to offer you my fealty. Queen Lagertha, my sword is at your service now and forever.
Golden Dog, you did this!
Long live the king!
Long live the king! Long live the king! Long live the king! Long live the king! Burning the gods! You've gone too far, Pool! No!
Damn.
Long live the king!
Oh, I was not expecting that.
shit, dude. That was so unexpected.
A little bit.
Everything that Aethelwulf has been through in his journey to where he was prior to getting stung by a bee. Dude. That was one of the last things.
Yeah.
Like, I would have never... You could have given me a million ways that he could have died, and I would have never picked that. Allergic reaction to a bee sting.
That's nuts. But, I mean, it makes sense. They don't have any type of
If you're allergic to something, you die.
That's it.
You can't stop it.
No, that's it.
But in the previous scene, he was talking about how the Vikings have come, they stayed, they stung. Like, isn't that what he was saying?
Mm-hmm, like a hornet.
And then a bee stings him and he dies. Holy shit. And that closing sequence with Alfred being named king, kneeling and receiving the scepter and the crown.
Aethelred was not happy about it.
He was not at all. And, you know, Floki falling to his knees as the temple's burning down and friggin' Thor's crashing to the ground. And then you've got Bishop Hedman kneeling before Queen Lagertha, giving up himself to her. And, dude, that was a really, really interesting sequence.
That was nuts. I agree.
What an episode.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
So I no longer think that Floki's the one who set that fire, because...
I was
why would he cry, though, if he was the one who did it?
Well, maybe regret.
Well, just regret of the whole situation.
Yeah.
Regret about bringing people...
My initial thought, when I heard that it was burning, I thought he would be standing in the fire. Like...
Same.
I thought he was, like, going to burn it down and basically commit suicide.
Burn it down.
Like, just be like, this isn't working. I'm done with this. I'm done with everything, and I'm dying with Thor.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah.
But I mean, things are not going the way he planned. He thought people would be grateful and, you know,
excited about being with the gods.
Yeah, but I mean, he knew it was going to be hard at the beginning, and they were going to curse him and not appreciate everything, and it was going to be a tough road, and now someone's been friggin' killed. Granted, self-defense.
Well, that guy was a jerk anyhow.
Yeah, he was, but I mean, he did it. He did potentially falsely accuse him of burning it down, so.
But he didn't really deny it.
I mean, I think attacking him, trying to kill him, is denying it. I think that's enough.
I think he's just a jerk.
I don't know. But, I mean, that whole situation is just, it is not what Floki envisioned. It is not what he wanted. You said it during the episode. He would have been probably way better off just trying to do it by himself.
Or maybe just brought that one girl.
Or just
flat nose.
Just even a smaller group than that, like, because you know, like, the larger the group, the more likely you're gonna have, you know, someone bad in there who necessarily isn't gonna be part of the group. But that's not cool. That's not good. That's a really bad situation. They had a problem during their sacrifice. Maybe Thor burned it down himself. Like,
he's like, fuck this, burn.
Like, that was the first time, I believe, that we've seen any kind of conflict or interruption during one of their sacrifices, right?
Yeah.
So
I feel like that's just like a no-no.
Yeah.
You just don't do that
100%.
During a ceremony.
Yeah. And, you know, Alfred was kind of interesting during that ceremony, because when he was on that journey, like, following in his real father's footsteps, he seemed so confident, and like he was carrying himself as like a really wise and smart dude. And even when he was talking to his mom, he was like, we need to do this, we need to do this. Like, they were wrong. I can talk to my father. He's old. Like, we need to like move forward and have a more progressive mindset and like think and do this kind of stuff. And in that moment, he looked so weak.
He did. He was looking really scared.
It didn't look like something he actually wanted.
No, it didn't.
Which is kind of surprising, because I thought he would embrace that moment and be like he would say something, be like, give us some validation that you're going to be a strong king here.
Yeah, he hasn't really said much of anything.
No.
Did he even speak this episode?
No, I don't recall him. Yeah, I mean, it's a really fascinating thing, because I got he grew on me really fast within like just a couple episodes. I was really impressed by him. And now all of a sudden, I don't know if it's just the moment, or if he's concerned about his brother, or if he's concerned about the way his mom's acting, or what the deal is, if he doesn't feel like he's ready for this. I got a completely opposite vibe of the way he was acting in this episode.
Yeah.
Very different. So I'm kind of curious to see how that plays out now. If he's going to be, if he's willing to say what he said kind of privately to certain people, to the whole group of people. If he's willing to, like, take those risks. Yeah. Very curious to see how that goes. And this whole thing with Bishop Hedman, like, talk about making, like, a sharp turn. Like, I've known you your whole life. Like, what?
I'm interested in the gods. And so is he, like, converting?
I don't know. I mean, he did have a really interesting conversation with Ivar about religion and stuff like that. But the idea that he would instantly gravitate to Lagertha after having, essentially, as far as we know, one simple interaction in a battlefield, and they didn't even meet in battle, that he'd be so interested and intrigued by her that he would want to pick her brain on. All that's like a month's worth of conversation that he, like, hit her with.
I was going to say, like, or a lifetime, perhaps.
Yeah, like, that was a lot of stuff.
When they were talking about sins of the flesh, and he was asking her, you don't have any regret? And she's like, no, our gods encourage it. And he was, like, interested in that. He's like, so there's no guilt, there's no remorse, and you're fine with that. She's like,
blow out the last candle and let's bone.
Oh my God.
I mean, that's what happened, right?
I know. Well, she's like, hey, you thinking about sinning again?
You know,
that's what she said.
I know. It's just like, Lagertha's not turning it down. Like, she's all about it. Even if it is, like, from someone in a completely, like, different part of, like, everything that she believes in. She don't care. I get the vibe that she don't mind. But, yeah, I mean, it's really interesting.
Sword is a sword.
Yeah. It's just, it's a really interesting thing because, like, Hedman's a really interesting character. Like, he's already, like, experiencing a whole lot of shit so far. Like, I don't know where he's going or what his deal is. Like, I mean, he shifted real fast. And I guess if you...
journey.
I guess if you don't want to die in that scenario, you bow down to whoever's in charge of the group that you're with. I guess that's a smart plan.
Yeah. I guess it makes it easier if the person that you're bowing down to thinks you're real cute.
Yeah, I'm sure that helps a lot. And the whole situation with Ivar now, like, they reached out to Rollo, and Rollo sent a whole bunch of friggin' soldiers, but Rollo didn't show up.
But they want to spare Bjorn's
just
life?
Bjorn. That was the only thing that he asked. That's very interesting. Yeah. None of the other sons of Ragnar, no one else, just Rollo. Not even Lagertha, who we've known that he's, like, been in love with since the moment we've seen him.
Totally.
Like, it's interesting. I actually really wasn't sure if we were going to see or hear from him at all, ever again. Like, it's been, like, we haven't seen him at all this season, right?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, so I wasn't really sure, and, I mean, I'm not sure if we're going to see him or not. I would kind of be interested, despite,
Does he still look like that?
I mean, he's probably old now. He's got to be an old man.
Just saying.
He's got to be an old man king guy.
I'm just saying.
I mean, he could probably keep the abs, being an old man.
I don't know.
But I'm sure he can't really fight anymore. I mean, who knows? Because, I mean, Ragnar was looking real old by the time he died.
Fuck some fools up, though.
And a lot of time has passed since Ragnar died. Talk about, like, crazy time jumps. Like, you see a scene where Vitzer offers up the idea of reaching out to Rollo, cut to a scene with all these ships rolling in from Rollo. It's like, okay, well, that had to have been weeks because that's a long journey. Mm-hmm. And then you then see Aethelwulf, like, reading his book, playing with his bee, get stung. Next scene, he's dead from a bee sting. Like, holy shit, like, time jump central this episode. Mm-hmm. Jeez. So, we're coming up to the mid-season finale, which is crazy. We've only got like 11 total episodes left before we're caught up.
Nuts.
It seems like it's going pretty quick, which is spectacular because we gotta get this done before the next season starts. Do you have any other thoughts on this episode?
I do not.
All right, y'all. Leave some comments down below. As always, hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, and ring the bell for notifications so you know when we publish new content. We'll see y'all later. Have a good one. Bye.